And for more on the matchup and what lies ahead, we say hello to CBS Hoops analyst Julianne Viani. Early offering gave us a convincing South Carolina win here, Julianne, over Louisville, that is. And just as she has all season, Aaliyah Boston was the straw that stirred the drink, leading the way, 23 points, 18 boards, player of the year on the biggest stage. Julianne, what stood out to you in terms of Boston's dominance?
Oh, listen, it's a luxury to have her on the floor. 29th double-double, which leads Division I. There was just nobody that was able to even play with her on the glass. She got a lot of second and third chance opportunities. She's not afraid of the contact. I mean, she's someone that if she can post down low, I mean, she's just automatic. And she's also worked on that part of her game. You saw her step out and knock down that three-pointer. That's something that she didn't always have in her repertoire. And impressively enough, she has gotten better and better and really reinvented herself. And she just killed Louisville players down low. I mean, she's so versatile. I know we throw around the word unicorn a lot in the game anymore, but she really is kind of a unicorn at this point because she can step out and knock down threes. And for a post player to do that, it's just hard for other post opponents to cover her. So what an impressive game. 23 points, 18 rebounds, and heading into that with 3 minutes to go, she had 18 of their 32 total rebounds. Impressive.
A matchup nightmare at multiple levels, and we'll get into that matchup in just a moment. But for her efforts, she's going to get a shot at Gino and company. Few constants in sports like UConn women's hoops. They got a star of their own going in Paige Beckers, who was right on her season average at the offensive end, but it was the defensive effort that impressed you most in this one.
It really was. I mean, their defense has been so key. Gino said their defense is what they've focused on all season long. They've worked really hard on that end of the floor. And to me, Stanford looked the most out of sorts this game than they have ever looked all season. I mean, when they had their largest lead of the game, it was when they were defending at a very high level clip. Stanford went through a drought. AZ Fudd actually at that time was on the bench when they ended up going on that run. But huge defensive play at the end of the game by Aaliyah Edwards, and Gino Auriemma talked about needing some post players to step up in this game, and he did get that from Edwards and Olivia Nelson-Udoka, so he got that out of them. Their defense to me was incredible, and it came down to free throws today. They shot 15 for 16 from the free throw line in the fourth quarter. So offensively, they did their job. They did what they needed to do, and they made those free throws when it counted. And the best teams in the nation really do make their free throws. And that's what the UConn teams do year in and year out. And Gino Auriemma just continues to just make that happen. Yeah. So impressive win.
It is the through line to all the success. Make your throws when the team needs it most, because they had to make a bunch of pressure free throws down the stretch. It may serve them on Sunday, but it is a star-driven game, and we're going to get the two biggest stars going at it in Beckers and Boston. South Carolina, UConn for the hats and the T-shirts Sunday night. The stage is set. Julianne, UConn has taken part in 14 straight Final Fours, but hasn't cut down the nets or even sniffed that game since 2016. Do you feel that this is the group that has the pieces to take it back to the mountaintop, or does South Carolina carry the edge in your eyes?
I think that South Carolina might be the more talented team this year because I think they've got a little bit more depth than UConn. UConn has struggled a lot with injuries this season. No Dorka Juhas in tonight's victory for UConn, which was impressive because Dorka Juhas has averaged 12 to 15 points per game this year when Beckers came out. And I don't think that they have the depth, especially now without her, but they're still very well coached. It's hard to bet against an 11-0 UConn Gino Auriemma team in the national championship game, that is. And South Carolina, they're playing very well. They're very talented. Dawn Staley is a great coach, kind of the up and coming coach, I would say. But I do think that maybe South Carolina's got a little bit more talent and depth. But UConn is very fundamentally sound and stable, and they did get the previous National Player of the Year back at the end of the season in Paige Beckers, which means that they have jumped more than any team in the country in terms of how much better they are at this point in the season. So I don't think anyone can compare because they got her back. And you can see that their team plays very differently when she's on the floor, but two very good defensive teams too. I don't know. Could this be a really low scoring game or what? Between UConn and South Carolina? We'll see.
The beauty of it all is there's only one way to find it out. Let's tip it up on Sunday night.
Let's do it. I think it's a great game.
We appreciate your insights as always.
Thank you so much.
All right, let's take a look at the tail of the tape. His reputation precedes him. Gino Auriemma looking for a record-extending 12th title, as we outlined, undefeated on such stages. We'll see if South Carolina can finally be the team to knock him off in the final game of the season as they seek their second ever title to go along with the trophy from 2017.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.